Hey, it's the software engineering student here, and today we're going to be talking about loops. So I got three basic loops we're going to be talking about today. We've got the while loop, the do while loop, and the for loop. So first of all, a loop is something that's looping through something, obviously. But let's first talk about the while loop. The while loop works in the way that we start with a while condition code block, which means while the condition is true, execute the code block. So first of all, we've got a variable I of the type int, value 0, and as long as the variable I is smaller than 5, execute the code block. So we would do, let's try to run it and see what it puts out. We get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because first I is 0, it checks is 0 smaller than 5, it is, print I, println means print and then make an answer, so go to the next line, and then we increment I by 1 by using the increment operator we talked about a few episodes ago. So we do 0 more than 5, print at 1, 1 more than 5, print at 1, 2, print at 1, 3, print at 1, 4, print at 1, 5 is not smaller than 5, stop. And that's why we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And kind of the same way with the do while loop, we got a variable int at 0. We go do code block while condition true. So first we would do the code block, print 0 at 1, it checks, it's 1 smaller than 5, it is. We then do again, let's see what happens. We get print 0 at 1, check, at 1, check, at 1, check, at 1, check, at 1, check. And like with the while loop, we get the output. And again, whenever it becomes 5, it stops, and you continue with the code. The for loop is a bit different in the way that with the while loop, we need to create a variable first, as we do with the do while loop. We need to create a variable outside of the loop. A for loop is kind of like compressed version of the while loop and the do while loop. So first, inside the loop, you create the variable, you determine for how long, and then what do we do after the code block has been executed? So first we go int I equals to 0, while I is smaller than 5, execute the code block, and then add 1 to I. So it works the same way, it's just a bit more compressed. And when you get to know the while loop, it's super useful. And it's used quite a lot, but you need to understand these three components it's built up. Variable, while condition, and increment condition. And when we run it, like the others, we get, it first checks 0, 0 smaller than 5, print 0, add 1, 1 smaller than 5, print 1, add 1, 2 smaller than 5, print 2, add 1, 3 smaller than 5, print 3, add 1, 4 smaller than 5, print 4, add 1, 5 not smaller than 5, stop. So, as you can see, they all work more or less in the same way, but they have a few differences in the way they're constructed, and the for loop is a bit more compressed. And this can be a bit more complicated at first, but it's actually just way easier when you finally get the hang of it. So, this is the loops. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode.